why your self-esteem is through the floor, right? Ultimately, one of the things when it comes to self-esteem, which is really the story we tell ourselves about ourselves, the inner conversation that we have in our mind about who we are and our value, right, comes down to our values and how closely aligned the life we're living is with those values, right? So if you're in a critic, that voice in your head that criticizes you, that berates you constantly, goes to town all the time, and the things that you're doing and not doing, the most likely reason for this is because you are living out of alignment with your values, or you have no idea what your values are. So if you have a value for connection, for instance, and that every time, you could make friends or you can go and see your friends, you say no, right? You turn it down, you make an excuse, you sabotage it in some way, you're then in a critic goes to town on you, right? Berates you, and it affects your self-esteem and your confidence. So what do? You start to get clear on what your values are. Very simple. I've got an exercise for this that I take my clients through where they get very clear on their values. And then every day you spend some time doing some reading or some journaling about your values and the ways that you are living and not living your values. That then you can take action to mediate that. And over time, you're going to see that you're in a critic, quiets down, you'll start to feel better about yourself, you'll start to have more confidence, and you'll create more connection in life, right? But if you don't do this work, if you keep just flipping through this reel and go, I don't need to do this, you will continually start to feel shit about yourself, and your self-esteem will never rise because you are basically chipping away at the things that you value and avoiding doing what you actually need to do and what's important to you and what's meaningful to you. And this, in the long term, means that you will struggle for meaning and purpose in this life, and you will search for meaning and purpose outside of you in money and women and other things like that you fully can't control. So this work to improve your self-esteem, to improve your self-confidence, comes down to the daily choices that you make to live in alignment with what you have decided is meaningful and important to you.